Kids were laughing. Balloons flying. A small black boy wearing a happy birthday crown was blowing candles. When suddenly, four police officers burst into the backyard like it was a crime scene. One officer grabbed the cake table. Another kicked the decorations. And the birthday boy froze, tears rolling down his face. "This party is illegal," an officer screamed. The father stepped forward with calm fury in his eyes. "You just ruined my son's birthday," he said. "But you also just ended your careers. Before we continue, drop your city or country in the comments. I want to see how far justice travels today. And if you believe in justice over power, hit like and subscribe." Marcus Johnson was the kind of father every neighborhood respected. A single dad. A factory supervisor. A man who barely slept but somehow always showed up, school meetings, homework nights, Sunday church, everything. And today? Today wasn't just any day. It was Malik's 7th birthday, the one day Marcus had promised would be unforgettable. For 2 weeks, Marcus saved up every extra dollar. He bought red and blue balloons. He rented a small bouncy house from a local guy. He cooked everything himself: ribs, wings, burgers, hot dogs. He decorated the backyard with streamers, ribbons, and Malik's favorite cartoon characters. Neighbors arrived with gifts. Parents chatted while kids played tag. Music played softly through a small Bluetooth speaker. The whole scene felt like simple, peaceful joy, the kind of joy Marcus rarely got to give his son. But just 2 houses away, someone else watched the party through blinds. Harold Brenner. Permanently angry. Retired. A man who filed more complaints than most people wrote grocery lists. He hated noise. He hated crowds. But more than anything, he hated seeing black families celebrating anything. He muttered to himself, "This neighborhood used to be quiet, now look at this nonsense." His frustration built like steam under a kettle. And then, with a bitter breath, he picked up his phone. 911, "What's your emergency?" Harold whispered dramatically. "There's a large group. Very loud. It seems dangerous. I feel threatened." The dispatcher asked, "What exactly are they doing?" "A gathering," Harold said. "Too many of them. It doesn't look safe." The dispatcher pressed again. "Is anyone fighting? Yelling? Weapons? Violence?" "No, but hurry," Harold insisted. Then he hung up. And within minutes, 4 officers arrived with sirens off, but anger on. They didn't walk in like peacekeepers. They stormed in like warriors ready for battle. The wooden gate slammed open so violently the hinges rattled. Mothers screamed. Children ran behind the adults. People instinctively stepped back like danger had entered the room. The first officer grabbed the decorations, ripping the Happy Birthday Malik banner down like it offended him personally. The second officer kicked a balloon cluster, popping 3 balloons at once. Kids gasped in fear. The third officer marched up to the bouncy house and slapped it hard. "This is coming down. Now." He yanked the power cord, and the bouncy house began sagging while children scrambled out, terrified. The fourth officer pointed at the birthday table. "This whole thing is illegal. You can't have gatherings like this." Marcus stepped forward. "This is my property. You don't have a warrant. You need to slow down." The lead officer stepped closer, inches from Marcus's face. "Don't tell me how to do my job." He shoved Marcus back so hard that parents gasped. Malik screamed, "Daddy!" Marcus dropped to one knee, calming his son. "It's okay, buddy. I'm right here." But inside, Marcus was a ticking bomb. He stood up again, slowly, controlled, and looked the officer dead in the eyes. "This is a birthday party. You're terrorizing kids." The lead officer smirked. "You don't tell me what's terrorizing." A neighbor reported a dangerous group. That's enough. A birthday party is dangerous? Marcus snapped. Yeah. With your kind? Maybe. Gasps. Silence. A mother whispered. Oh my God, he said that out loud. Marcus inhaled sharply, not from fear, but from pain and anger mixing inside his chest. The officer poked Marcus's shoulder. Go ahead. Make a move. Give me a reason. Instead, Marcus calmly reached for his phone. The officers laughed. The lead one mocked him. Oh look, he's calling a lawyer. Yeah, go ahead, cried someone. Marcus didn't smile. Didn't blink. Didn't flinch. He pressed one contact. Held the phone to his ear. When the officer said, Who are you calling? Marcus replied softly. My sister. And she gonna what? Babysit you? Marcus shook his head. No. She's the chief of police. And she's about to end your careers. The entire backyard froze. A hush fell over the party. For the first time. The officers looked afraid. When she answered, Marcus spoke clearly. Carmen, your officers just destroyed Malik's birthday. They pushed me. They scared kids. They tore up everything. There was silence on the line. But not empty silence. A dangerous one. Then she said, Keep them there. I'm coming right now. And she did. She arrived not with a patrol car, but her personal vehicle. Not in uniform, but in a black suit that radiated authority stronger than any badge. She walked with purpose. No hesitation. No fear. Every officer straightened up like soldiers caught misbehaving. Carmen didn't look at Marcus at first. She went directly to the officers. Her voice was calm. The kind of calm that cuts. Who touched my brother? No one spoke. Who shoved him? Her tone sharpened. Which one of you made a child cry? Which one tore apart a family event? Who treated a birthday party like a criminal raid? The officers kept their eyes down. She stepped closer, inches from the lead officer. You. Her finger stabbed the air. You assaulted a citizen. You violated private property. You abused authority. And you did it because a racist neighbor called and you were too eager to play hero. The officer opened his mouth. Chief. Silence, she snapped. Every word you say right now is a new problem for you. Parents watched in stunned awe. Children peeked from behind their mothers. Marcus held Malik close, feeling something shift. The moment Justice walked in wearing heels and fire. Carmen pointed to the table. Badges. Guns. On the table. Now. They hesitated. Do it. You're all suspended pending internal review. Metal clattered. A symbol. A shift. A moment everyone would remember. 2 weeks later. The truth came out. Every parent gave statements. Videos from phones were submitted. One neighbor's security camera caught everything. The report was clear. Unlawful entry. Harassment of minors. Destruction of property. Excessive force. Racial bias motivation. The recommendation? Termination. Not suspension. Not retraining. Fired. Immediately. All 4 officers were removed from the department. And Harold, the racist neighbor, was fined for a false emergency report. But Carmen wasn't done. She wanted to give Malik something better. A new memory. So the police department spent a week planning a surprise redo birthday party, but bigger, brighter, louder, safer. When Malik and Marcus arrived, they saw a giant cake with Happy Birthday Malik in blue icing. Officers giving out toys and stickers. A police car with flashing lights for kids to sit inside. A DJ playing Malik's favorite songs. A banner that read, "Justice always wins." Marcus choked up. Malik's eyes sparkled. The whole community showed up. Carmen knelt beside Malik and kissed his forehead. "Happy birthday, little king," she whispered. "No one will ever ruin your joy again." Malik hugged her. And Marcus, watching his son smile again, whispered, This is what justice looks like." Justice wasn't quiet. Wasn't hidden. Wasn't delayed. It arrived. Loud. Bold. Beautiful. Just like a better tomorrow.